Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss how to invest in bonds, especially in our country, Kenya. And there are one or two things you need to know if you want to invest. And because of the hard times in the economy, you understand that many people don't know where to invest their money because of the volatility of the economy and uh, the tough times we are facing around the world. Most of the people are looking for ways to get a good return on investment, and especially where they put their money and they don't lose, or they are where they need to gain. And one of the items or areas where they can invest well is through investment, especially in government bonds, because they give a good return, and you can say they give a fixed return on investment. Or once you have purchased a bond with them, you can buy a bond which is fixed. That means if it is a 10% bond or a 5%, whichever percentage, even if the economy changes, or the market goes down, you are promised and you are secure that your bond is going to give you that percentage, even if things went deep down. So, what do you need to know, or what do you need to know, especially when looking for this type of a product? One, you're supposed to know that if you want to purchase a bond, there are three types of institutions which can sell bonds for you. And one of them is a government. You can buy bonds through corporations, or even municipalities can sell bonds. So those are kind of the three areas where you can invest your bonds. If a government is selling bonds, you can buy. If a municipality is selling bonds, or a good organization in the country, if you decide to sell its bonds, you are able to buy those bonds. So generally, what you need to have is what we call a CDSC account. A CDSC account is generally referred to a central depository settlement account. And this one you can only buy through an investment, or through brokers, or those investment companies, or through the stock exchange. Especially in Kenya, you have Nairobi Stock Exchange. So you can open an account with them, which is referred to as CDSC, and that is an account which will enable you to buy bonds in the country. Nowadays, banks have also gotten to that space, and they can be able to help you get an account through those brokers. They can also, because you must have an account with a particular bank to buy bonds. So they have gotten that opportunity nowadays, and they are able to assist you buy those bonds through them. And at least you find that there is a department specifically set aside for you to get an opportunity to get uh, uh, they can be able to tell you the best bonds in the market, and you are able to buy because you are dealing with your banker. So it's very important, if you come across, maybe if you have a banker, or where you bank, you can go to the bank and ask for those type of people, and you are able to get help real quickly. If you don't want to do that, you can go to those investment brokers, and you need to get one of them, or those investment companies, and they can be able to open an account for you, and you are able to put your monies there and invest with them. So generally, that is the basic item you need to know for you to proceed. So the next thing, you need to fund the CDSC account. How do you fund your CDSC account? One, I have just said that you need a bank. So the account which you normally use for your business or for your investment, for your savings, that can be used to fund your CDSC account, because the bank will forward that money to your CDSC account, and the investment broker will be able to buy your bonds for you. So once you have opened and you have funded your CDSC account, you are able to do that. The other important thing you also need to know before we proceed is that once you are dealing with these brokers, you must get a licensed broker. These are people who are also regulated by the government, and that market is regulated. You're supposed to have an investment broker who is licensed to do that work for you. So once you get that, you're supposed to place an order with either the bank or the investment, and they are able to order your bonds or shares. But at this moment, we are just discussing our bonds. So they are able to order for your bonds, and this account can be used to hold monies or purchase or sell. So if you want to sell, or if you want to buy, or if you want to do nothing, you just keep your money there. They can be held there. Once the bonds are sold, the money can be held on the CDSC account. Or if you want to buy and probably you have decided to wait for a little bit of some time, the money can be held on that investment account. So these people, they are very important, because they can be they are best. They can be best used to give you the right objectives, the right directions, or the investment objectives, which can be able to help you not to lose your money. They can also help you to know the risks which are involved in the market, or the risk coming in with any type of bond you are trying to buy. So once you do that and you have funded your CDSC account and everything has been done, you're supposed to receive a confirmation that your bonds have been purchased, and this is the price you have gotten to purchase the bonds, and how many bonds you have bought. And once that is settled, you can just wait for your bond to mature. So there are different sets, or can you say combinations of bonds. There are bonds which generally called the 91 bill. There is the 180 bill, and so forth. So you need to know, maybe if you want to invest for 1 year, 6 months, or you want to invest for 3 months. That is will be set upon you, just depending on how long you want to wait for your bond to mature. There are those bonds which even go for 10 years, especially long term. If a government wants to build a road, and they want a long-term bill which will mature after a very long time, you are able to purchase those bonds depending on your ability and how deep your pocket is. So to conclude that, to invest in Kenya, you need to have a CDSC account, you need to have a licensed broker, and you need to have the funds ready for you to purchase the bonds. So it is also very important to conduct a research to understand the risk associated in investing in bonds and making the investment decisions for you to get. So I think I've given you the right information, and probably if I missed something and would like to maybe know more about the bonds, I invite you to my channel. Kindly ask a question there, leave a comment, and kindly follow my channel. I'll be thankful to answer those questions.